What's going on, everyone? Welcome. This is Discord Friday, and this is the Warehouse Series. So, guys, if you want to join Discord, that link is in the description below. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I am getting very close to 5,000 subscribers. A couple years of a lot of work to get there. So I'm looking forward to getting to 5,000 subscribers. And if you guys want to donate to the channel, I really appreciate it. All right, guys, I posted this on Discord the other day. This is from my work. I was riding down the dock, and I seen this sitting on the dock, and I'm like, guys, if you're a person that stacks bottles upside down, first of all, why? You tell me this is better than standing these cases upright, and second of all, stop, because it's not better. I don't know what your argument is with putting cases upside down, but I guarantee it is not good for the cases. These, you know how the bottle tops get smashed? Well, guess what? These aren't going to get purchased. No one's going to buy a bottle if the top of it's sunken in because it's smashed from being upside down. And honestly, these are my problem cases. I stick these in the middle of my crossing tee. I don't put them on a corner. So we got a lot of things going wrong here. We got cases upside down that don't need to be, and we got them on a corner that also don't need to be. They need to be within the crossing tee, and it's just ridiculous. We got a cap actually in between the pieces of wood. If it was upright, that would not be happening. All right, guys, some newcomers over on Discord. I thank you guys for being there. This is a dairy pallet that is absolutely beautiful, perfectly done. We tied this in really nice. And guys, I do this too. First two layers might be like this. We got some bigger, longer cases, and then we start tying it in as we get. You remember when I said I'm in my dairy section, I space my cases out. I would rather talking about those cases that you guys like to put upside down, the juices like the Simplies. I keep them upright. I take one out, make it one less. I'll space out my cases like we did here. We got a little gap here, and then I will fill it in and make it more compressed. This pallet is absolutely perfect. All right, guys, I don't know what this back pallet is. I initially thought it was ice, and it may be. I'm not sure. But I wanted to just point something out here. So let's say it is ice, although it looks like the top cases are something different. It looks like ice to me. So let's say you backed under all this ice and you're forced to stack all your boxes on another pallet. I tell you all the time, I don't like cases on their sides, but guys, don't. So everything is just perfect with this pallet, except we got this case on its side. Now this is frozen. So I'm just trying to get this over to like dry and perishable products, guys. If you have to stick one case on its side to make the entire order work, sometimes you just have to do it. You don't want to compromise cases, but I'm just saying when you have all this, because you don't want to stack meat on ice, you don't want to stack anything on ice if that's ice, because you don't want nothing leaking, possibly leaking on the bags of ice. So you're forced to put all your boxes here. So you're giving yourself a little bit less room to stack these cases. If you have to put a case upright, just to make a whole entire pallet work, then so be it. Sometimes you just have to sacrifice for the order, and you just don't have any options left. So I like this order. I think it's built very well, and sometimes you just have to put that case upright. All right, I like this one right here. It's not a big order, but I like it. I'm going to tell you why. Because things that I notice a lot with new selectors, especially on Discord, is you guys like to force tie-ins. So if we put one bakery bag down, this blue and white bag, we're immediately going to try to cross it over. No, we got this nice big case pointing inwards. I love it. Perfectly done. We got two like cases. Guys, even though one's a bucket and one's a box, they're similar in height. Allowed us to put our boxes, the pizza boxes or whatever they are, on top. That is what I'm talking about, keeping like cases together. All right. I put the quotes up there. Everyone thinks I say light. It's like. You want to keep similar cases together, and we stacked our bags up until we met the bucket. And then even here, we didn't force the tie-in because we can't, because we had our boxes come over, then we come over. Guys, I tell you all the time, this is a tie-in. When you're taking weight distribution off the corner, even though it's hanging in a gap, that is a form of tying in, because you're taking weight and putting it towards the middle of the pallet again. This pallet is really done nicely. I don't know what these are up here. It almost looks like maybe styrofoam cartons or something, but very nicely done. keeping light cases together, tying in when we possibly can. And this box upright, 100,000% fine, because guess what? There's zero pressure on it. Doesn't even matter what the contents are, because we're not putting any pressure on, because we bridged this from one corner to the next. But if you're putting pressure on a box like this, guys, you got to be careful about that. When you can reach in, grab this case and slide it out, you're going to be perfectly fine. All right, guys, so I want to take a second before I get to some other pictures for our new people coming. Guys, obviously YouTube is free. You know, you watch my videos. All what I ask is that you guys comment, like, share my content, give me some, interactions on my YouTube channel and Discord. That link is in the description below all of my videos. Click that link. It's free, always going to be free. And you're not just going to have me helping you. You're going to have a lot of people helping you. And the only reason why I put this on here, again, I really haven't been advertising this, but someone reached out to me to do a 30-minute Zoom video, and I just asked for at least a $20 donation for 30 minutes, guys. That's all I'm asking for. And if you guys want to do a one-on-one with me, I could set up a 30-minute Zoom. And if you guys, these are at the beginning of every one of my videos. If you guys want to help by donating to the channel, it's much appreciated. And yes, guys, if you're new to the channel, I do have an eBay store. I do throw things over on Discord from time to time. If you're interested in looking at my eBay store, I really appreciate it. It is basically stuff on there that you are not going to find. Some are brand new, some are gently used, and it's stuff that you are definitely going to be able to get for a lot cheaper price than retail. All right, guys, this pallet right here. So there's two things I want to say. Now, this person obviously knows what they're doing. They built a solid pallet, but it's also a very tall pallet. So guys, when you post your pictures on here, I am always going to critique your work for new selectors. First and foremost, guys, if you are a new selector, I would not stack on these Pepsi pallets. They are very small. And the reason why we threw this Pepsi pallet on top of the Chet pallet is because we probably cannot pull under here with a regular double pallet jack and a single pallet jack. These are made for the little store jacks that you guys see, so they're probably not going to fit inside the pallet here. We're probably going to end up breaking this pallet if we were to back under it. So we had to put it on a piece of blue wood. I don't understand why we used a Pepsi plastic piece of plastic. Please leave it in the comment section below if this is your order. Because what you're doing is you're forcing yourself to build a taller pallet because you have a smaller surface area. And then for us to be able to load this on the truck, we put it on a piece of blue wood that made it even taller. So we made this pallet really tall when it did not have to be. So with that being said, this pallet is done really nice, guys. Look at this. We kept our light cases together, formed a nice corner. Once again, smaller cases in the middle. We're keeping light cases together, beautiful ties in all over this pallet, keeping the middle of the, you almost like column stack the middle of your pallet. You want to make sure your front and your back is nice and tied in. We want that strong back, strong front, and then the middle of your pallet could be sort of column stacked. It's not going to make a big difference. But this pallet is done really well. Even this back here, guys, see how we spaced this out? So we didn't keep these cases together, all right, because then you're still going to have this hole over here. Space the cases out. It's okay to hang this case into the gap as long as the majority of the case is resting on the case below it. But I mean, the pallet is built beautifully. I don't agree with the building on the Pepsi pallet. We should have just built straight on the piece of blue wood from the beginning. All right, guys, so last two pictures are the same person. They were on a video. Remember, I always say that if you can take pictures, take pictures. Videos get a little bit more blurred. And someone did comment saying that if you followed my methods, yes, cross and T method would have built this pallet a lot better. Guys, I will, if you've been following me, when you put cases like this in this part of the pallet, you force yourself to have a small corner. We have a strong inside with a weak corner, and that is the result of it. Keep those cases facing in. And this is the back of that same mortar, and we did the same thing. Guys, cases like this in this part of the pallet got no business being there. They should be on corners facing inwards, nice big cases facing in. I don't know what these are. So your case up on end, probably not a big deal. Is this, I don't even know what kind of product this is. I wasn't really paying attention. It looks like it could be freezer stuff. But yeah, when you put cases like this, you force yourself to have you start bowing out, just like you're doing right there. Case is in the middle of your pallet on that crossing tee. If you guys have not seen my crossing tee videos, I'll leave it in the link below, or the description below. I'm going to leave those links down there for you to click on. I'm going to, part one's irrelevant. I'm going to put part 2 and part 3 down there. You guys watch those crossing tee videos, especially if you built this pallet. All right, guys, that's it for today. Quick Discord Friday. Keep posting your pictures over there on Discord. Please share my content. And that is it, guys. I appreciate everyone for watching, and a lot of new people. We're creeping up on 700 Discord members as well. Like I said, this channel keeps moving forward, and it's because of you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.